I see a because South Carolina Conference President. See a very good boom. And a Pascal, here we go. It's your baby, what's when you know to 4 year old, Yawapia. A baby, come of 4 name, be my 4 years old. Miss Yabeno, what's when you know to 4 year old man. I mean, a man of a pump come of 4 name, be my 4 years old. This was a good one at the party of what penny in your pack. And what they did in war. This one, so when any was as was a Washington, what they did in war. I'm so slow. I should punish it there once. I don't want to have a 7 being where you are. I'm about to chat to one so. But you know, I am as one and what put on out the war. Or be a too short, or be a sweater, or be a boat of Pastor Joseph Dampa, session dedication support. Say, what's a million? Mr. Ben,
All right, check with your time. It's 9 minutes after the hour 4 p.m. here in Ghana. My name is Pastor Ben. From now until the exhaustion of the segment, I'm coming your way with Punchline, episode 3. Remember to like and share. Let me acknowledge those that are live here on YouTube. Oh, even before I came live, Ohima Boadma Brimpon, all the way from Dubai, says, laugh out loud, this point go punch well. Vera Mankwa is greeting. Mercy is also greeting. Auntie Janet is greeting. Mr. Oforiata is here. Mavis Blankson is here. Good evening. Good evening to you, to me. I trust you're doing well. Messiah Flores also has is here. Having a home. Remember to like and share the feed as we about to boss on. It's answer and a brain papa. A brain papa. I was ready for the segment around 10 a.m. but it's been several interferences and appointments for teachers meetings here and there. I think if you did the giant and send your brain so I'm on what we are paying more. Yet the beatitude no at was on. I say, oh, share the Facebook Live. No, Abomodia identify on me. I welcome on. I always want to acknowledge the viewers because you're very important to me. All right, Sierra Brenna, 11 minutes after the top of our 4 p.m. today. It's Friday, and today is the 27th day of November 2020. Yeba ababishia adie kakra. And one you say eba punchline there. Mr. your punches. Me hate you ne kanwa no I the right thing. Why? Eyo donkwa nentokwa. Then I may punch you a kanwa. Jerese udi for. Okay, Yenya Paul Yankee live on Facebook. He says, good evening, how are you? This is Paul Yankee. Yeah, what Facebook live? No, please identify yourself. Let me acknowledge you. It's important for me. You're so precious. You have a bomb pioneer punchline. And then so Masamaba. Mr. Veretta says, Papa, I hope today's message is not going to be a technical knockout. I just hope so. Kwame UK so ever having our home. I and then Empire bigger. And even so, Abba Bedru are live on YouTube. Please remember to like and share the feed. It's very important. Ohima says his blows will punch well. All right, Yamon Pioneer, go punchy. Midiani or Sofoben. I'm your humble servant. You trust in your Pioneer wherever you are. Odi ye wuchiri boni and so oye boni edru. Enunti yeba wenim edon yimu a. Na ni yesrew ni se baby a yeto sin obresu yimu. Ehonom na oba be kyerɛkyerɛ yen. ɛwɔ sɛ yɛn den ɛwɔ afutusɛm yi mu na yɛtumi ayɛ ne yɛtene ɛwɔ Awurade w'anim. Awareɛ de nipa bebree ɛkɔ sɛ yi mu. Ɛno nti ɛdɔn yi mu fa me mu na ne wo yi ɛnkasa. Baabi a ehia ɔtomfoɔ no ɛna wɔbɔ hɔ. It is a wasa ma mesi nsɛm yi akyi a na kyerɛ sɛ ehia wasafo. Ehia ma me nua mma yi ɛne me nua mɛɛma yi. Me maame nom ɛne me papa nom yi. Dom ne boa yɛn because we need your help. Don't allow anybody to be offended by this message, because taking offense is an assumption that people are not ready to remedy the situation. In every situation, we will thank you for this grace and power to be able to do the right thing. In Jesus' name we pray. And every believer will say a big amen. All right, obi amfa the Bible na memfa asem we ni anim ansa na ba be yentokwa kese wo ha. Osenkafo eti a eye miensa. Osenkafo Solomon osenkafo eti eye miensa. Me teach mu a eye baako pepepepe, just one. Mama Sandra, mete won ka che, I called you few days last week but I couldn't reach you. I believe say ho ye. Ye be Accra branch asorena tum. Dinyame yadomo homedei mami hu anim wai na mafeo. All right. Osenkafo eti eye miensa ne teach mu eye baako ne pe. Punchline episode 3. Adie bia wo ne bre a wahye no na ebre ewo ho ma adwuma bia osoro ase. Adie bia bebese otie nkomo no adie biara ewo bre a wahye amano. Na ebre wo ho ma adwuma bia ewo asase wei ase. Erade asem ni agidi vonka amen emfa mame.
Enwa gini wo tina wo suni isunya ni suwanya ni jewa so sa ko shinte enwa gini wo anususu ashiri banishi de wo sumenti ejanu ankasa pesam efisa obi woyo so aduma wayena sasi so no enwa puta na upepo obi atiso obi abiswata obi abebo na puta Pastor Joseph down.
Ecclesiastes chapter number 3 verse number 1, reading from the New King James Version. It says, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. Let's just say, "Well, brother, they worry." And that punchline, no, I'm still on the marriage, getting the marriage process right. Now, if you look at the headline for today's punchline, I have mentioned that age matters. Our no in fear wedi what they call no, it matters. Now, I'm coming to hit right at the situation where a woman is getting involved with somebody she is older than. Obi a wo wanyi tin no oba ene me beka wasem bema me patew ti masem yi isan se aware no se ye wadwen se ne ye wo pe na obeyi a enye yi so atenkomo na se oye ne yo pa aware no enye yi enye wo na wo chechira aware to ho onyankopon no chechira aware. Now let me take you right into the message. Love isn't enough. Now, emphasis on isn't enough to sustain or last a marriage. Yes, maybe you did not hear me right. I said love isn't enough to sustain or to last a marriage. Men can you that here? Odo. So say what the odo akwa waria. Me kanu kreba kubi di achire. Odo so awarie ni jina. Yes, because love will face challenges, and upon will come, you will not feel the same way you felt about the woman. Oh yes, you will not feel the same way you felt about the man. That is a fact. So what can sustain the marriage? What can actually make the marriage last and stand the test of time? Principles. So today I'm hitting you right on the punchline of age. Let's do a little analysis from the Bible. I want to be biblical with this so that you don't have a reason to doubt the point I'm making today. Because if you're actually doing it wrong this way, I'm sorry. Especially for those of you who are about getting married. Those of you who are about getting married. But if you're already married, it's too late, actually. You can only accommodate and compromise and adjust to the situation if you're already married. But let's do some analysis from the Bible. Actually, the Bible has been silent on the age of a man and the age of a woman when they are going to get married. The Bible has been silent. The Bible has not clearly specified that a man must be older than a woman before they can get married. Actually, the Bible has not explicitly. I use explicit because people want to see it written really in the Bible before they believe. So the Bible has not explicitly written that a woman must not marry a man whom she is older than. Bible non chroye. On chron yagani obekinkan. To say yakinkan Genesis 1 verse 1 they say Bema wo oba when you say no, he na one ware no Bible non chro no sa. It is not written black and white in the Bible, but the Bible has painted a pattern. Did you hear what I said? The Bible has created a pattern. Bible neka esebi ediato ho. Enye niema ni nyina na wo kenkan Bible no a, you will get it verbatim. Unya ne sa. And somebody be were you silent on it, but what creative part in a day at home. It is how your Bible studies ni year. Ube say Bible no, even though one side can wait, but what creative part in that home. Bema, you cannot go and marry a woman who is older than you. That is the punch. So if you are with a woman who is older than you, I'm sorry, you are going to face challenges in the marriage, and I'll give you reasons why you will not doubt me. Okay, so let's do some basic analysis. Okay, do you remember the first man God created? I'm going to ask a very difficult question right now. Now, how do you think? What do you think about this? How old was Adam when he got married to Eve? Or better put it this way: how do you think Adam on any year? If you say, or more age difference, me pacho uni moi, fatwas your home, why? I more Mrs. Yano, uni moi, fatwas your home, why? Because and me babe it is so hard. Me punch papa. Me na make a tell, and then me punch your palm will say yes, me punch. Point me punch pa. A queer quality, Minia, Aquaba. Pacho, Mama, me answer no, minimum de dincomono. And Sana met to us on me say Adam. Min yen him say, Unyame ye Adam and Son obey Eve. But maybe I say, if you do him a buy and Sana, ye de Eve every Adam. Me pacho, Munima Munya no mame, me tremo. Minimum de dincomono. Facebook for YouTube for. I minimum de dincomono, Munya no mame. Why? Akuya is here, Janet is here, Miss Oferetta is here, Mercy is here, Vera Mankwa is here, Sandra Dago is here, Ivamwa is here, Munya no mame. Ophelia is also here. Pacho Munya no mame. I know the Bible hasn't actually said it, okay, But what do you think of Eve's age before she was brought? I'm okay. As you moyebia my chere yenim memfanisa, right? Memfanisa. Okay, that's a good thing. Bible nanka emfie dodo a Adam di ya nsana yedi Eve ebreno meboa. Ye nyina ye analysis o mebe ponche na ma me nkyerechire nim kakra ansana me ponche wo hu se ba bia me ponche no me ye correct. Because from yanka me mo wa fum ti na me be ball no me ball na ka wa na wa kwakọ yi onsiesie. Now ye nyina hwe ade abere onyankopon ye Adam e de ne ba asase so no no kwasem ni o de adwuma bi se Adam sa adwuma ben na o de se Adam sa monka kyere me we nkwa de amesere mo monka kyere me ne nkomo ne nye de ai adwuma ben na o de se Adam sa se o pese me pie phone line na obetumi aka ai se o pese me pie phone line no a ebren so but for the sake of question na mebusa no metumi e pie phone line na tum. If you person may be a phone line now, open the phone line. Let me give you the answer. I will open it. But question where me pamojo me here answer. Ebra onyankopon ye Adam no. Ai Adam. Oh yeah Adam no. Ejuma be no this here nsa. Me pese oyi anoma me. When kwa di ebra sister ya anoma me why. The Bible ni yesu che. Okay, me ba your friends the Facebook Yenua Bema Oti Brempa Aya or him Nikunu or say some hours old. Oti believes that Adam was few hours older than the year Eve. Okay, but right now, no me say a Juma Ben and Yame Adam no descendants. Monkan Cherami, Megamo, Miniano, Abuzia, Megamo. Woman commoning yet the mammy, a brand quenty, Membesa and a better. I want to engage you. I'm a point you always say I'm right. Surprisingly, no answer yet. Ejuma be na onyankopon ye Adam no ode se ne nsa. Bebe se mebo ne ye nyina yesese. Emfie dodo na Adam adi. Ansa na ye di Eve ebeden ebeka no ho. Anti na mabusa asa question no. It is all to me kire me adwuma poche bi anyame de se Adam nsa. Ebebo ye ma ye tumi adwendwen ho ne ho okay. Se na adwuma ne tie de e na bia Adam adi mfie sei. Ansa na ye di Eve ye dey eba. Oh, answer dear my so far so good. I was your form. Uncommon in the you may why? Okay. Samon Casa. Mina me babe come in talker. Meka myself. Aye. Sawon ka meka. Ebrenya meye Adam no. Okay, a queer is to take care of the garden. That's a good answer. A part of a Juma Yedisha sir. But so Bekaya, a brand yankopon, a year near me in every year. Now, Odi a near money yina say Adam on Samo. Unyankopon catchere Adam say Adam a near mana my yina no me money di wo and I'll bet you near money di me pato semokai. Semokai say a Adam near this head you money a day, SNSA. But okay. Eti Adam shase say enema na nyankopon ye no otu ne din. Eti da ye de niema ni nyina hye Adam nsa no. Wo de hwe niema onyankopon ye wasase so the creation. Hwe niema onyankopon ye no wasase so. Na ye say Adam onto enema ni nyina din a me pacho me bisa wo nyansem no. Emfie dodo ahe na Adam behia ansa na ode ato niema ni nyina din awie. Monka nkyere me. Obi ankyere na dwen kakrama me why? Yeah, I'm telling you that when God created everything in this world and handed them over to Adam, he gave Adam the responsibility of naming each and everything he had created. That is a fact. It is a biblical fact. So therefore, we can also deduce that Adam would spend a certain number of time to name all the items. And you can imagine the varieties of things that God created in this world. So how long do you think it would take Adam to name the items or the creations? Now, let's do some digging here. Okay. Adam was given the responsibility to name everything God had made. That was not a one-day affair. That was not a one-month affair. Because if you look at the fishes in the sea, and each one of them has a name. You find the octopus, you find the herring, you find tilapia, you find redfish, you find catfish, you find, and each one of these names was given by Adam. So you can imagine, if Adam is to go into the sea and give names to the fishes in the sea, how long it was going to take Adam. I am trying to create the ordeal here, the pattern for you to understand. Okay, all right. Now, Adam nemu bibia ewiem onemu amframa onemu was the way I feel you, I'll call you wind, and Adam named it. All right, and the creation, the firmament, Adam named them. Okay, and then the rivers, the names were given to all the river bodies. So Adam actually spent a whole lot of time naming the item. And no answer onemu niema ni nyina ewie no. And then Nyankopon beye oba. Oma enaho eto Adam so deep sleep, and then he took out one of his ribs and made for him a woman. And the last thing Adam named on this earth was the woman who was born. He said, I will call you woman because you came out of a man. A lie. So this projects that Eve was not created for Adam the very day Adam was made. That is a biblical fact, even though it is silent, but it is biblical. Say Nyamede, the responsibility of naming all the creation ama Adam dia. Then Adam must have spent years before the exhaustion of that assignment. I said, no, we say, it was after the naming of all the items, all the creation, and then Nyamebe. Ebe man na ho eto Adam so eno yi oba ne mfempade ba akodi oba bere no eno say okay oba wo mefre oba because ofi obere memu na yeden e bai e kire say enye da ye Adam no ne ye Eve. Me pacho, my brother Oti, you said some hours old. It is not hours old, it is years old. Even though the Bible has not made it known to us how many years. Ekuya Okrete is suggesting that it is 40 years. I might agree, I might not agree. We cannot be definite or conclusive on how many years, but it took some years before Eve was created. This is a biblical silent fact. I no correct and I no cano. Actually say Adam no when you say in a year. I actually say Adam no I when you say in a year. Me pacho young friend no say freedom. Okay. Now, let's come to Abraham. Abraham, eware me pacho, and then you mebu some momo question. Abraham, eware no wadi mfia he, mon kan kire me. I say we share Bible no nkwa de say Abraham, ware no wadi mfia he. Mon kan kire me. They say ene me to me buase na ma de famua. Na me yi we gu anu ma ponche o. Na wakwa akoyi. Akwa gwadwen ho. Se ye okofi ko wudi ana aye ni aye. Pacho me busa question. Mfia he na Abraham na wadi ansa na ware. Abraham, I am the father of faith. Ajidi fo nyina ewura. How old was Abraham before he got married? Please tell me. So for it says 100. It is wrong. It's wrong. When Abraham was getting married, he was in 100 years. Actually, at the age of 100, that time, so not Sarah was 90 years. Yes, if you remember, that's what the Bible says. So at the age of 100, Abraham had his child. 90, Sarah had his child. But how old was Abraham when he was getting married? And how old was Sarah when he was getting married? Okay, let me give you the answer. Mr. Fureta says 40 years. Equioclade says 40 years. The answer is wrong. Abraham was 50 years when he got married. Sarah was 40 years when he got married. How is the old age difference? Oh, yes. When Abraham was getting married to Sarah, Abraham was 50 years and Sarah was 40 years. But age, age gap, 50 against 40, age difference in here. How many years? Abraham, yedika will say Adam, Otnasi, and Phoebe, and San Yedi Eve, Yede, Ebeno. A Chrese na Adam when you see the year. Aye, Obano, no, and you see no. Abraham, no 50 years, Nayiri Sarah, no, 40 years. Echina Abraham, when you see the year, how many years? 10 years. So for that, Boba, we are ba, also be worried Bama when you see no ba. Who ko worried Bama, who about when you see no. Gina ye, and then maybe point you. Sound from Swana Muji, yeah, man, minimum, obviously, oh, love. It's in a message, and I told you, love is not enough to sustain marriage. So at the age of 100, Abraham had his child. And then at the age of 90, Sarah had her child. It means the age difference was 10 years. So Abraham was 10 years older than his wife. I'm still creating the party now. Okay, Yanko Yanim, Isaac. I had no confusion. About Isaac in Vienna, you already know. My year research or Bible, no, my check it Talmud, my check it Torah, that my check it all the ancient scriptures. There's a little bit of confusion, but it still buttresses the point I'm going to make today. So, how old was Isaac when he was getting married? Ebinum say 37, Ebinum say 40. Actually, Isaac was 40 years when he was getting married. Isaac was 40 years. And Rebecca was between the ages of 14 to 20. So when the Jew people say a maiden, a virgin and a maiden is between the ages of 14 and 20. So actually, if I'm to go by the exposition the Bible gives, Rebecca was 20 years when he got married to Isaac. So Isaac was 40 years and Rebecca was 20 years. Me pato, 8 difference in there. 8 difference in there. So if Isaac was 40 years and Rebecca was 20 years, it means Isaac was 20 years older than his wife. Like I said, this has not been explicitly written in the Bible, but if you do your Bible studies where you will get the ages of these people when they were getting married, and even if you do not get the ages of their marrying age, you will get the ages where they died and to be able to know the calculation. Okay, Yanko Jacob. Jacob, the father of Israel. Yes, the father of all nations, Jacob. But Jacob no didn't fear him and no falling in love. Man, Mr. Say, and no worry you. No didn't fear him no falling in love. Mon can tell me. Matome Boas here, Bible check because of that point, Matome Boas Oh, Ochi, are you saying Jacob was 79 when he fell in love? Please clarify it for me. Why? How old was Jacob when he fell in love with a woman? Obviously, Rachel is the one we're talking about. Okay, Equioclete is saying 35 years. You lie. It's not 35 years. And then, and yet 35 years old, mommy. Jacob fall in love or Paul Domuntin Dino. No, bro. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Mama and Sama Ivamwa and Jiva went papa. Jacob was 77 years old when he fell in love with Rahel. Yes. he was 77 years old. But at what age did Jacob get married? At what age did Jacob get married? He fell in love when he was 77 years. But at what age did Jacob get married? Obia wonim de no wonim ye make one say because ye nya nim Jacob ne love story no ye nyina ye nim. He fell in love at the age of 77. So at what age did Jacob get married? Monka age ne mama ye enko ntem mama me sere mo bebre no aswa I na the time that me ho pa enfie dodo ayi na Jacob nya ye ansa na all worry. Say Otodomun 10 times 77 years and then now what age did he get married actually? Okay, Mr. Samuel Operator says 91 years. 91 years was an age of the worry a man who 84 years about. At the age of 84 years, and Jacob a worry Leah. So Bekaya Obano Nanka a Rahel Yunti and also for 7 years. Okay. 7 years or some no for Labano. 7 years now, a Becca 77 1, a year 84 no, now you're right healthy. And now a day, awesome, Benyanum, Unya 84 no, or no Bano Kodaye, Adia Tiano, Nanya Rahelo, Neyilia. It was another 7 years, a man by year 91. I sent Unya Rahel adding Akahu. Jacob Nawari happy too. One at the age of 84, one at the age of 91. At the age of 84, now you Leah. At the age of 91, now you Rahel. Now, me pacho Leah and Rahel no more different and no worry. Selling so a man you know and a Jacob a worry woman. At the age of 84, or worry Leah. Now Leah didn't fear. At the age of 91, or worry Rahel. Now Rahel didn't fear. Okay, I know they're very, very difficult because I had to go back to the Talmud and I had to go back to the Torah and read the book of Enoch and then the first book of Enoch before I was able to arrive at the ages of Leah and Rahel. Actually, they were between 21 to 22 years. Approximately, Leah and Rahel, they were 22 years when they got married. Yes. What about when you hear me? What you hear me say? What you hear me yes, I know. Jacob 84 years ago. And I worry Leah at the age of 22. And Obedi 91 years. And at the same age, between 36 years, I'll calculate you. At the age of 22, no, and I worry Leah. So what you come on say? And I was saying another 7 years and son of worry Rahel. It is a Leah or worry no 22 years, Rahel or worry in fear don't was saying about 22 plus 7. That means at the age of 29, and now Rahel your year day or worry. I number the same age, but Leah Eddie can't worry. And son Rahel about the ever worry. It me pato 91 minus 29. And no aim fear to do not Jacob at the same Rahel. Our but Jacob a warrior between him and Leah no now 84 against 22. Say 22 free 84. Mubenya how many years difference? Boys, moon check mommy oh. Boys, moon check mommy. Guys, moon check mommy. Why? They tell me answers no. Jacob, 84 years, 22 years, and no worry, Leah. Laban, the Baba no dikano. Actually, the Bible is telling me when I did the research that they were twins. But not Penini Leah. 84 against 22. The difference is 62 years difference. And 91 against 27, 29, 91 against 29. Difference in here, how many years? 91 to 29. Difference in here, how many years? Says, I know you're Rahel, so what do you know? The first marriage was Jacob and Leah. The second one was Jacob and Rahel. Rahel, the only 91 against 29. Check mommy. Obian check mommy. Minimum free muka kransa. na menkan answers no. We yɛ nkonta o, me pese me punch you bi. Pese me bo branch bi blue and day. Look at it. 81 say a 62 years. 62 years interval. Age ana Jacob Edia or the ware man. Aye. It's a fact. Okay, my memo another one count of me punching yanko. I make a maybe say Obia who baby I may be punching. So when you're lying on Masada, right? Good. Now, my memo another your friend is saying explanation back a clarification back on count of yanko. Okay, Zachariah. But some okay Zachariah. Dear only Elizabeth Ewo John the Baptist, you know. So okay. Me patcho time omo John the Baptist na Zachariah wedding fiahin. Won kan kire me. Na Sabre ni so Elizabeth wedding fiahin. At the time omo wo because Bible no even when I check the Talmud and then the Torah and the entire Bible, I did not find their marital ages, all right? But I found their ages at the time that they had John the Baptist, and it tells us the age difference between the man and his wife. It's me Busamo and Yanom Zachariah. Odi for Zachariah, the high priest Zachariah. I want Elizabeth, John the Baptist. At the time of John the Baptist, nobody fear him, respectively, nobody fear him. Can you please help me with the answer? I want to hate somebody so hard. Please give me the answers. Why? Kali, give me the answers. Oh, give me the answers. Ana Miamenka. Okay. At the time where Zechariah Enya Neba John the Baptist, no, 70 years. That same time, no, Elizabeth and so at the 60 years. Zechariah no saying the no in Fiahe. 70 against 60. No saying the year in Fiahe. In Fiedu. 10 years. Meboa. Okay. I can go on and on and on and on and on. But me per se, otim komo we as mama few facts. Silent facts in the Bible. Now, then I'm a patchery. Say, obey money oba falling in love, no more prepare for marriage. They think, say, once the man loves me, it doesn't matter how old he is and how old I am. All that matters is love. You are a fool. If you think love is all that you need, you are a fool. That's a punch. Akanwa ditum. Because when him say making account. When him say what done the coin and I fail you. Me no kasa. Na bibia you okay. Muye a friend say a sweetie pie. Omo kan say love birds. That's what they call it. Love birds. You are love birds. And the kusi say. There were many of you when you started dating way back, when you said you fell in love way back, that love got disappointed. And you broke up with those boys or those girls. Meboa. You can give a number of instances where your own friend said she was or he was actually in love, but the love story never ended well. So where did the love go? It tells you that love cannot do it all. You need something else. Okay, wise up. The principle of age. Age matters. So when you more and then make catch it. I say when you more make catch it. Say where your bar. Say yeah. What the odano when you order chi. Order that me. Order CC. Adia Roseway. You know, now I says here to Ode Menegina wo Sweetie Menegina wo Obwa. The point I'm making today is that so when you're bar now you're involved with a man whom you, the woman, you are way older. Tio, if you are a woman and you are older than your boyfriend and you intend to marry that man, please think again. Think again. Think again. Mr. Man, You have to be older than the woman you are going to get married to. If you think age does not matter, you will find the reality of this when you are actually married. Oh yes, I'm going to give you few reasons. For some of you, you didn't think that age was necessary. When I began the segment, I read from Ecclesiastes chapter number 3, verse number 1. A man must get to a certain age before he decides to get married. The age at which you are getting married is not the issue here. The issue here is how old or how many years interval is between the man and the woman. Bible no anka se oba okoware bema wo oba no wanyi ache no a eyebone. Bible nanka, but ayebone de amamu because the Bible created the pattern. Adam no wanyi se ne yire. Abraham no wanyi se ne yire. Jacob no wanyi se ne yire. Moses no wanyi se ne yire. Amram and Jochebed omo na wu Moses. Amram no wanyi se ne yire. Even though na ye no so an waware no, ezo no wanyi se ne yire. Joseph was older than his wife. Manasseh and Ephraim, check your Bible, do your Bible, thorough Bible studies. The men were older than their wife. The Bible never painted the, black and white, but it is silent there. That pattern is right there. Give me one example of a marriage in the Bible where the woman was older than the man. Give me one example. One example. Have you seen why authority is being contested? When people whom we are older than are actually the people who are lording over us. Ye. I'm telling you, baby, I'm a me no kasai. And you nyankopan domini ni grace no. And na wama di minim no abro empeni fosua. Mini hu kwa se me betina hanim peni fo kasa ho. Me kano kredi achere ho. Do you know why the Pharisees had problem with Jesus Christ when he said, before Abraham was, I was? They asked, how old are you? Why do you think they were asking Jesus how old is he? Because they thought Jesus is too young to speak that nonsense. You think age does not matter? Age matters. Age matters. Eti awarie no a wo beko ana awarie no a nanka wo beko a be man we hu emfie dodo a wadi a oba. Now it turns out say you are way older than the man. What's the name Nyansa say be man no? Be man what's about the name Nyansa say? What's about that you mo say? Mama can send me a penny for ka to onchire. So refia dear what they kind and you bisa no kwanso. Aye. Dear what they kind you bisa no kwanso. Be kanu credit achira. Once I obey to be an no catcher say wo kra be kasa yeti na manyi se o. E wo so ye mi kumba manyi su ti mi kasa yeti. Once I say o. Baba, me nyansa say o me ponche o pa mo say yes me ponche o. You know what? When you are maybe you just about preparing yourself for marriage, okay? You're fortunate to come across this particular segment, punchline episode 3. Now, today's punchline, I am saying that if you are a man, make sure your woman, a man is to a woman, a husband is to a wife. So if you are a man, make sure your woman is no older than you. Woman, make sure your man, you are no older than your man. So we say yes, it is all your bema. Now we hear our nenete obane nyinsin wa mesero the problem beba. Obi a or experience was adi we hu bia no. But omi be full line wa obetumi afre. Now ne ya share. Why? I want the young men and the young women. Why do you think we see everything wrong when a young guy goes for a woman way older than her and try to have a sexual relationship with her? We call them sugar mummies. Meboa. And each one of us, every logical person sees a reason wrong with a young man like that, a man of about 25, 30 years, then not old age, 65-year-old woman. Don't you see anything wrong with it? Don't you see anything wrong with it? One kasa why do you say that brandi obodam? Wo mami 65 years. Obano enyi sim wo. E wom say aware no. Nyankopon the authority no emma bema. Bema na the head of the family. No woman can contest it, but I'm sure she will wrestle it. I'm telling you the truth today. I have picked the point. Let's say a man, you must not be less than the age of your woman. Mr. Husband, you must not be less than the age of your wife. Actually, the Bible is painting the clearer picture that the man must be older. Now, let me share you some few reasons. Do you want to avoid the temptation, a woman? Do you want to resist the temptation of actually flouting the authority of your husband? If you want to resist the temptation, then don't get married to a man whom you are older than I. And sorry, ebema wabu uku enimtia, ukunu ubebu nenimtia. Now betumia kasetiano. When him the ebema the audacity to talk back at your husband when you are actually older than your husband. Yeah, biblically, your husband has the authority of the home, but when you are older than the man, madam wife, the temptation to talk back at your husband, the way you are going to communicate and how you deal with the situation, sometimes you don't look at it from the perspective of the authority of the man. You look at it from the age factor. Yeah. Me say, mame, wokunu a woni ni chief yi hono. Wuji tum say ono na ye ebusuanity ai wuji tum ma wuji tum. Me ne omienu nyere ye tum. But social ye can temptation and so we betumi ama opa a talking back and na akaseti aniku se betumi aba ne saa ubekomu no na wo ba na nyini sin be ma no eno ne ma that audacity to talk back, otherwise you wouldn't have even dared. I'm not saying say wo ba no onyin sin be ma na ontumi talking back at be ma no. I'm not saying say entesa and no but that is an ungodly marriage. I am talking about a godly marriage where a woman wants to resist the temptation of talking back or flouting the authority of the husband. One must be younger than the husband, because if the authority of the husband is abused and you think you have a problem with it because of age, you will still limit or put a restriction on how you address issue. I want to tell you something. An elderly man can offend me. An elderly man or woman can offend me. In my authority as a man of God, I have the power to rebuke them. But do you know what comes into my mind? The first thing that crosses my mind is how old they are. I must choose my words carefully, because even though me or suffer, but they are older than me. I have authority over them, but they are older than me. And because of the age, I must subject myself to the age. And even though I'm going to reprimand or rebuke them, I have to talk to them according to their age. What in common I say? It is a obana waware no. Bema obana waware no. So obana nyisim na nyamia memne wan hwe ya. Bra. Se ade ne tefa so a nimfia odese emo no. Omu biu. Bra wa ya ade a enye. Basi wokunu oya ade a enye mpo. Na wanyini sin oyere a. Se okunu ni oyere ni die no efri home pa. Yebani mpenini still osen woyere. That age alone no, will make her resist the temptation to actually flout your authority or misbehave towards you. I say obani nim say when you say no and no equity indelible mark in her mind. If only she is a godly woman, is the truth. Yes, women, you can call or you can send me message and tell me say asima make me boa. When your banana no be maybe or now when you see in manua. The temptation to always flout the man or talk about when the man messes up is high. But when you see you will consider the age and actually talk, even though you say it, but you find a way to say it politely. That is the truth. So your marriage is not just about love. Yeah, your marriage is love is not enough to sustain the marriage, because when this trigger is pulled, the trigger of age, when it is pulled, I'm telling you, you'll find it hot in the marriage. Oh yes, the woman can talk back at you. No, bet me I can work at yourself for Jimmy. So me kura many sin. I maybe wohosa a tipas wa me na make a ni fear wedino or the baker on boa or bemo a small boy. It is a open those of you who are actually preparing for marriage, I want you to cross-check your ages. I ask your fiance or your fiancé, how old are you? In fact, make sure you have the age, the authentic age of your husband. And you must well actually be younger than your husband. Madam woman, be younger than the man who may cannot credit actually. If you are not younger than the man, you are likely to face problems. Don't invite unnecessary troubles for yourself in the marriage you are going, because sister, don't go and add problems to the already existing problems. Satan so who bra wenina ho na obana wo ko ware no wunim so obana nyisi ho e na wo ko ware no. Me patoma me ma the second reason, the purpose of guidance, direction, okay, in the home. You get guidance and direction mostly out of experience. Obani dika was asisu jao. We who we are senior brabone jao. Who nyami jao. Because udika was asisu jao. Anything experience, knowledge. Obane ne jao. Bra, we are just to me a guide this a woman. Etina die bia no agye se okọ oba no no akọ akọje na dwen ansa no waye no wa hu se oba na twemu dosen because wanyi isi o ma meka bibi nkyere o onipa so ba sa asi so eje obi a empanifo buba ka to se opani eni hwe kra no owo abaache anameboa opani eni hwe kra no wodan owo abaache enya abatwe wo oba ya che owo abache so atenkom na se ansana yebewu obanyansafo no na opani nkwase wo oyeden otiase se wonte ebena me ibu na se ade me paternally say if you are thinking like your father, no depends. The fact say wo tie nkomoni you, the fact say wo be ma wotumi akwakwo ware wo ba oba na nyi say wo no, the woman will turn out to be your guide. You cannot guide. That's it. Yeah, ye wo mema bebre wo a omu sika wo matumi atika de ekwanya betumi bia mo wada ne sikani so ate ngomo na say wo betumi ekwan bi one time betumi bia no wada ne sikani, so you can become a rich man in a day. So ate ngomo na say eti usikani na waba be ne nkyere se wonim nyansa wo ai ese say wo ye obi a oba na wo kware no. Number 1, wudi kan wasase we su da no wonim niema bi oba ni nim wo betumi adwen akwakire wo nieba be si da che no waka kire oba no na we su di oba ni di kan wasase we su da o oba ne kura na ekire Ghana ba kose me pacho bra ugina bia wo hefa. Eti se woko aware a normally a man no asoro, godly marriages are a to de be a man no soro na wo montan mu a man no. I'm not referring to a witch. If you oba na wo soro na wo mu ko, you are a witch, you are possessed. Enye no na make. But I'm talking about an institution of understanding a married back a bedroom baby no na atia faso a trigger baako bi na wo ba na no abro be ma no so enye da bia na esi, but etumi bro so na empofrim etumi afiri oba na no akase me kura manyi se hu enti se oni me daily a aya hwe yi aya problem why e wa ware yi. How old you are can also determine maturity. Do you know that? How old you are also determines maturity. And that is why we expect more from a person who is 30 years than a person who is 15 years. We demand more from a person who is 30 years than a person who is 15 years. We expect that by age 30, you must be more mature than somebody who is 15 years. So, if maturity can also be derived from age, because the longer you live on this earth, in this world, the more experience or exposure you have. Okay, so if the woman is older than you, Mr. Man, It means that according to age, the woman is matured, more matured than you. If that is the case, the woman may have experiences that you do not have. Okay. And if that is the case, it tells me that the woman is likely to reject some of your advices because she is older than you. Make sure say Obana Okowana. When we say, do you know why the women are mostly calling their husbands daddy? Do you know why? And yet, because of the title husband eating here from daddy, no. But the man is older than the woman. It's picture Bible na painting. When you are actually getting ready for marriage, they say, bear man must be older than you. Don't joke with this. The man must be older than you. It is all to obana home. No obana yin senwa. Bra. Bepachewu. Mama nintoka kesi you. Bepachewu mi busao. So bani bien na no kachere wo say. Okra ade na uchumi ye woni ya machisa kwada. Authority be no wo eno uchumi kansa asem no. Opachire se na dwemu dosen. Shenenso. Problems just don't come. They come as a result of our mistakes. Some of the challenges some of you are facing in your various marriages, a center on age, a circle on age. Ebi a wo wawari a ote ho de wo ni sa problem no. Ebi a wo kunu wo oba wanyi nse no, but wo ni sa problem no. Ehira nka ho. Se wa ma wo mfie na wadi no. Any wuchirimu dem no amfa enye bibia mu ko animtia ehira nka ho oba. But aware ni bibiri unnecessary problems abemu no. E ma na nyi nse e mema no. Yes. Mean to mean ka say ko neko ware oba wenyi nse o me Bernard mean to mean ka sa asem ne nchiro. If said that is not the picture the Bible has painted. So what in common say se me yere wenyi nse me a, there is a limit to what I can do, what I can see. Assembly was a semi be a mechanic nibriswa, a better correction. If you would dear a same intino, I'll consider the age and give respect, and I'll be diplomatic in certain areas of our marital life. But I tell you one thing today: if you did it that way, if your boyfriend now wouldn't it, if you are older than your boyfriend, I'm sorry, drop that boy and go for somebody who is older than you. Take my advice, Ebebo. Obeka say, I have already planned the marriage. I don't care. What to tell you, man, want to tell you, this is the picture the Bible has created, and I'm punching you. Man, kasa me ba bekana you do. Me ba bekanwa you the right thing. That is the imagery of the Bible. Okay? The Bible has not explicitly said that, but it has created a pattern for you to understand that a man must be older than the woman he's getting married to, not the other way around. Okay. Now, women age faster than men. When I say age faster than men, I'm referring to body wise. Emma wo, labor pains, omunyem omuwo. Eti Emma go and tem same Emma wunim sa. Emma go and tem same Emma, but a member wouldn't tem same ma wunim sa. I didn't think a member would tell me because they are exposed to all the dangerous hazards in this lifetime. Okay, so Oshe Emma Womukunumua and also saying a mema woman ewu. So I think I say ma bema ni wunya bema no because oba tiny nimye ni mabedi. So when you see wukunua me patoti you o babewo ube yemre na me pato se wa hu adini filiwa ube wait a bema no. When akokonia your friend is an emedi chida e akoko berie nyamensi siemuno anka the best thing is say be man be will not niema obrenya ye na eja ne yere ne ma eno ne friend no eja pade eji eba epepi wu me ka unyansasem ene dei ebri nim enti na say me call intentem no yebre no ene ekopa eji na me call intentem no. But the point I'm a person will make it women say women age faster than men. What dear woo or man wo no hebe mano de hobano. One say body wise no say manu drew adolescent age. One must say a petu yini prekupebi as one be ya body saying So what did they make? And I say, I. And no china wo yire krampo no. O are no ya tia donko. When you see we yire no. O are no ya tia donko. But o ba ku mienu. Won say o yire na be ye fatibom. Won say o yire na be kese jan. E to de be kra na ni o yire nam ho a ye be dwen say o yire na nyi se o. That's what I mean by women age faster than men. Say opese bema or resisting the temptation of cheating and having eye for other women. I may marry a woman whom you are older than. Don't go and marry a woman who is older than you, because or go in terms so I want the temptation to have eye for another man because it will be very high. Don't make that mistake. People have fallen prey to this error and they are paying for it dearly. Oh yes, I'm telling you. A nipa binum, a member binum today, they are cheating simply because Omiyenomago. Omiyenomago. Obano Simbemano 3 years. Obano Simbemano 5 years. Obano, a to the bikra, it can go as much as 7 years and no more. A member Namudi Moonfie, ACS Yamano, Bunya steady, Tajimino. We a bema now the womb fee see Obana, Tajimino. So just here. So I think Commander say, Yasha biblical exposition ya. Ne member ni be cross from yenum 10 years, it be 20 years, it be 60 years. David Bako Krano, Yanko Fabri one a brand is all mechanic you. Yakofa Babawa, okay, but okay. David Bako Krano, and Yababa one didn't be done in Chewam, Pastor say, Uncle David watching. I will be shaking and why you understand you Bob. So if your wife is actually going to age faster than you in age, because I want to me manago, and you look at the responsibility, the demand on our wives or the women at home, or Baben Wedbiane, or Babi you say, or to kick care of when the man is not there, that is a tedious work, and your wife is likely to age faster than you. Actually, it is a fact. I've been going through lots of retorts, but I don't want to go to the data. Okay, I've been going through the humanitarian records. All right, but I won't be using it as a yardstick for this particular punchline. The point that I'm telling you is your wife will age faster than you, and that is why when I was choosing a wife, I chose a wife I was way older than. My son gabu them. So I think Komona say gabu them. So she will always look younger for me and beautiful. By the time Obeka say, okay, no Mrs. Diako Florence Wagono, Sabre no Akra, na me call I mean, America, na me call What's about no didika krebe oye toko what's our bro so bema what's the unti mpeja no kra who compass unti mpeja wo yire mfa no nkompa no so what's the unti mpeja no if you live your life that way you are going to find yourself in a mess. Women age faster than men. Please get married to a younger one. Be older than the woman. It is a piece of advice. As a wofa ebebua. It is dating now who dating who checking age, you know. Oh, only Obano did at the same age. Obano was 25 now, also was 25, and you think you can get married? Stop fooling. Agrona moody, stop fooling. It will bring problem. So wahala beba. Sene wahala ma ochina wahala bede ebeba. It's me pao chow. So ye eja na obaba e be me bi paso obaba ware na obaba na nyi sin be manoa me pacho. If you listen to my humble advice the man to go for a woman we won no nyi sin no na obane de o mane ware obema o no nyi sin no. Don't tell me love is enough. Love will run away when you start receiving insult from the woman. I would yet now. Love no a big gun. My age or banning who's a when you say no. This is no on so munira ho. What dear? The bones and mamma so bena. So today, let us have it on record that if you are a woman, you must not settle down. Don't do that. Don't. Okay, I will not say you must not. I won't advise you. I will not advise you, say. Koware bema wo ba when you say no. I will not advise you. Oh dear, you had you. You had the akane no cry you school no. Akoda udi mfiensi a ukojina P1 meboa. Oh meboa. Okay. A free say wo go school me pacho minim say ebetumi asi. Oyo ba ti ngomoni yo. Oyo ba o SS3. Me de mo ba from kakra no matemi nkomu yase. Oyo ba ujina SS3 fa ne say oyo ba ujina SS3. So what nkomo na say. Enna be ma no oba be se open no ujina SS1. Technically the your SS1 and the your SS3 you say age difference no your SS3 no any say your SS1. Ceteris paribus, to every law there is an exception. There can be somebody in SS1 who is older than somebody in SS3, and that is why I'm bringing an exception here. But technically we believe that somebody in SS1 is younger than somebody in SS3. Okay, so you can imagine a boy in SS1 going to propose to a Form 3, a girl's prefect. How is the proposal going to be? What do you think will happen between that girl's prefect, whom a Form 1 boy is coming to propose to? Why? 0244 765050. But question na mebusa say what in common say. Mebusa say, asemi ya na make ya e be befe say I'm offending them. No, I'm not offending you. Me chere unyansa. Ababa owo SS3 technically yenim say when you say obia owo ahe owo SS1 technically, okay, on technical grounds ceteris paribus ebesumi aba say obi wo Form 1 as when you see obia owo Form 3 because there was delay in education, no, so I think common say due to factors. But the question I'm asking you say wo pa won say wo your ba ujina SS3 and you are older than somebody in SS1. From when you are branch here, eba be so ope. Me pacha obe jesu ana wonye so. Kachere me. Ay me pacha kachere me yo. Na me pa me wo SS3 SS3. Now Form 1 you Form 1 aba fresh. What you mean ya kokudro ba be say who gave you that audacity to come and see me pace? I'm sure say wokura adobi obetwama kwada no. Adentia because who say when you say anameboa. Na fe adentia ne ba ware a mo pese ma mo ware mema mo maji si wo. Wadwe ne mu da ho yi. Say you say adwe ne mu da ho a me pa cho san check ni bi why ne mu na ho yi. You betimi ada ho wo niema bi ho but sa de we nko ade adwe ne mu na ho yi. That you agree to marry a man you are older than. Hey, look, if you think you are getting older and young men are coming your way and you are so desperate for marriage, don't make this mistake because that young man who is coming, that young man who is coming, Ebedru baby, mommy, you are older than the young man who, and you think you are so desperate for our year, so you accept his proposal like that. Sometimes mumu be betumia crack so, but you know very well say you are older than the man. Just because you are aging and you want to get married. Now, with what you won't feel so to be able to get married. May catch you say, Ebeye kakra, untumi seki usisi wampasu you. I am penning common a median because in a penny phone yeshewa. Akwade be any ha channel way. We are less than 18 years, they won't give you access. Every video be a mayor, no, it is written 18 years plus. One of the policies of YouTube. In penny phone yeshewa. Me say. A bedroom baby, style a branch any peso yeno, Obeya Abrewa won't you mean you? A branch peso hang also now Abrewa wagui, Obeda hang on what you do. I get home. Get one son of Mariano, comedian make no cratcher. A branch agent now so giddy one bedroom, match in the bedroom now for Obaya. Eddie. So it will be yes, a man. We see better. And known as a branch in Pino or two beer or no year older than her. na would to be shaking wusun wo panumwa or boss and abrewabe nkora mini tifi. Oh yes. Be careful. Be careful. What the asema making, connect it to all the dots in the marriage. Connect it. If you are a woman, please reconsider the age of your spouse. Your to-be husband, reconsider. If you are almost at par, it's not healthy. I am telling you the gospel truth. It is not healthy to be in a relationship with a man you are at par in terms of age. You are 29, you are 32, and the man is also 32. Please check the age well. It will create problem for you one day, and you will blame your witches. Your witches. You will blame them. As soon as you're more. But just say what you mean, come on, I say. Say what you see. Anya niema ni nyina anya niema ni nyina ena honkonkro no ba be ka kire o pim ye anya niema ni nyina abrantie bi betena manim ayi ye friend say last week abrantie bi ba manim wo office aya the next room my office had a studio na menini di nkomo no ena wo ka kire me say nani ni ne yire ho because actually chiti won ne yire na mebusa ne di ntia chiti ena o ka kire me say ne yire no ye bote wo dem dodo oye bote the way pie ba kopa ba ni shaking na mebusa ne say wodi mfia he ena obo ni mfia na mebusa say ne yire di mfia no obo mfia na oba ne esen no 7 years ena mebusa say na den na worry no so for na minimum one kind of real age na anye den ankere me worry ni wie kura echire ansa na meba be hu se eno krampo na awo mu no ma you call hospital na doctors no advise me say ne yiri ni mfie na wadi ho kura no ku say oba na nyinse we wo ho yi on say be man na tie si abonten. Do you know why the sugar mummies have been going in for the young men? Because they feel the young men are vibrant, they are energetic, they can rock them well. And you young man, you are going for an old lady. The young men go for the sugar mummies because of the cash. You think they really like them? They have their own girlfriends, proper one. The sugar mom is a convenient. Because no logical man would like to go in for a woman who is older than him for marriage. If you are logical, if you're rational, you will not be doing this. Etime pamochao ene ebrenim etime de enkomo no eba besi ha de mu me pese oti asese in the marriage. If you want to get it right, madam, I will not advise you to marry a man you are older than. Enware bema oba wenyi sin no bema enkwaware oba wenyi sin enye nidi ferry. Why? Ferry. Yamishirao. So what I'm in common as it is a one way yere ho now yere nyi sin o amepacho get ready. Pastor Joseph Dampa session Davidson support say bi what so ba na nyi sin o get ready. Na wunya nchen afutu jida. When we say age nanka so oba nyi sin be ma ema o madwemu do. When you see Ubema, yeah, you can say, Mema, God created them, you are higher IQ, blah, blah, blah. You are just deceiving yourself. So, but Nasa says, so, Emma drink quachiri, essay Mema, a year or more natural habitat, Emma. It is so bet Nasa sees you ninja. Eja Ubema na Ubana Brabumua. Or no, adia obedrin one no obedrin one 2 years ahead. I am my dream quachiri. Pa especially in relationship. They care about the future, not now. Yeah, men are almost all the time instantaneous. Mprekope. Men are mostly not looking at the long term, but every woman in a relationship is looking at a long term process. Yeah, and that is what women acquire in the process of aging as they grow, as they mature. So if you are going to settle down with a woman who is way older than you, Mr. Man, a bedroom baby, you feel that you don't measure up, because the maturity you will find in the woman will so be evident. Say, one kasano, unyobia. I, Mr. Don't make that mistake, okay? It is a why yes, sir. Me pacho, I've already hit you. My poncho, media me who be bika from a nebusame. 0244765050. Maybe your phone line at Ube to me the talk your friend is saying a comment line. Obi Bebucha say, what will therefore be the ideal age difference for a man and a woman? What would be the ideal age difference? Maminko Facebook na menken kai. Auntie Grace, Edu Grace, or say Papa, if the man is 2 years different older than the woman, is it good or not? It is fairly good. It is fairly good. 2 years, fairly good. The fact that the man is actually older than you means it is fairly good. But I'm Kokrano, I say, Obama to me say not less than 3 years. As I say to me, yeah, best when you're Kurano, so Beman is on 5 years, I the best. Or so 10 years, yeah, papa. I so if you mutia, papa, no correct me catch it. If you mutia, but a bro 10 years since one now, kwaku ye be oh. Why? It's maninye within what the least crowd 3 years. Uncle cra 3 years. Why? I obi from my peke. Hello? Hello? Yeah. What is your boy?
Heaven.
Our home.
Papa, the question is there. Sisi said, Never know about no one. If you ain't your man. Now, about so any about no country. And she said, no, I'm be any day. I'm be there, like, and I said, I'm ultimately some of the more crack, like, come on, Dan, have you listen?
Okay, Ube Jinasune me yano and asa Ube Frizo. All right. Yamishirao. Vadis Yabua Ebusa say, Oma Boabo Mwaka Kre Bino Mawari. And then they may punch you na Obani Hulu say, when ye say Beamano. It is a see a woman yai, and na say, Omontua Songwari. Ahano no kwasemni empanifo ebube aka se obi ense trodododo ematoa ena aboa odwan baby ope enodi ne fufun ye den ebo eti me I am in no position to tell the man or the woman say munyai there be ph eti sa decision ne de mejai e de ma sa wo ba no ene be ma no mejai de ma wo because ye kan ebi nso wo a oba na nyinsin be ma no bataware no atumi agina ba besi ne ceteris paribus enye nyina ha enye de ya ba akode ebetumi ayeye na se wo de na nkwango yeye eti sa decision ne de vadis ye bejai de ma sa oba ne be ma no se na o mati se oba na nyinsin be ma no na wo persist na no mo ware a ewo mo nsem so mo be fa futie no nso no omo atrase asase akasa bio ati niema bi ase a eno so wo mo nsem because begidi se senya mesuro wo mo a that age factor no you can overcome it. You can overcome it, but it is not the picture God has created, so the devil will still find a way to penetrate. And then America say, don't invite unnecessary troubles for yourselves. Okay, let me go and read another question. Okay, Facebook. Evelyn Odum says, "Heaven, our home." God bless you, Daddy. You said it all. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. Ochibrimpong, I'm on YouTube, but my network is not good. Okay, YouTube, the aya here higher bandwidth intino. Ubechumi ejina Facebook no so no mu ebeboa. All right. Yamna YouTube na me making kind comments everyone no enso aba na yehwe. Solomon Ezuma ewo Dubai or say asemu asem. Mami Janet Ricker says, Papa, God bless you for the wonderful message. Bless you too. Antiva says, a word to a wise is enough. Papa, you've said it all. God bless you with more and more. Thank you. Bless you too. Ohima asresa minim se me kan se bia na esre. Ohima Boatman Brempon says, age matters. Wise up. It is true. And Mercy says, tell me more, Papa. I will tell you more. Okay. So basically, the punchline for today is Oberima and worry oba when you say and yet futupa. And no na more counseling. One more two move for no counselors, They like to find out how old the man is and how old the woman is. It's a very important question that every logical or rational counselor will ask. A very important question. We cannot leave that question out of the equation of marriage. Understood? Please, those of you who are currently dating or currently looking forward to forming a union with your to-be spouses, I will advise you to actually cross-check your ages. Now, what would be the ideal age range? It must be at least between 3 years and 7 years. At most, 5 years and 10 years. Oh, yes. It is a open range in our ideal age difference. No, and no media amount. Either say a year between 3 and 7 years, and I say a year between 5 and 10 years. So falling within a difference we are a year papa a beboa. So what in common I say a man naturally it puts you in control. It is the dignity of a husband if failure. The aging or maturity in terms of aging will also help you to remedy some of the situation. Not Chief Akwaba Yamishirao. Solomon Ezuma says she will insult you. Yeah, definitely. I know there are no two ways about it. So a woman who is actually filled with the fear of God. Not when you say wa. Bema, find it easy. Awari no Urebe hosa okoi. Yenya Owusu Peter all the way from Ilios. Say good evening, Pastor. How are you doing? I'm doing very well, my father, my friend, my brother. I trust you are also doing very well by his grace. So this has been your servant, Pastor Ben, with Punchline episode 3. Age matters in marriage. So please watch out. It will be in the morning. I'll come your way with Punchline episode 4. We're still warming ourselves up. So if you're going to get a married bride, please say where you sound from so we are. You better sit down with your wife and talk. Why? Oh yeah, Nisha Ebebua. Yamishira until the Nimchira. Nongoche Ebo Pemua. Besai anywhere here. Bye bye.